authentic learning is something that the kids have to want to learn, or the kids have a desire to learn. Authentic learning can be done in a lot of different methods, but the main thing is they have to see value in the result. If they see the value as a grade, it's not authentic, they're doing it for a grade. And that's the hard part, is how do you create something that they actually want to do, or as they work toward it, they actually see value in it. Because there is a difference between a trade and turning something in because you actually enjoy doing it. And that's the hard part, especially in high school, where our attention spans are really low, is how do I get them engaged, especially for an hour and a half period, on something they enjoy doing. And that's where the teacher comes in. If the kids are not having authentic learning, it's the teacher's fault, it's not the kid's fault most of the time, because you have to take the time to create something that they're going to see value in. And then the problem is everybody is different. So how do you find one thing that they all will value? So as far as ways that we can work through our authentic learning and some of the resources, AI is a huge one. I use AI every day. I saw a TikTok that said, people who love to use AI love to learn. And that kind of hit me because I use it all day long. It's the one person that you can ask a question to that will not laugh at you. It's the one person you can ask a question and go and treat me as dumb as I need to be in order to break that concept down. The biggest takeaway was that being a teacher is a lot of work. As cheesy as that sounds, you have teachers who honestly just come to school for the summers, and the kids understand that. And I've had a few kids say they really appreciate me going in because they could tell that I was stressed. They even said, "Are you okay?" No, I'm not, because I feel like I'm failing you, even though that they might not care. I know that it bothered me, and it's taken a lot of work, a lot of extra work. But the kids they understand that, and they're appreciative. And because of that, I think I get work done from some kids that don't do work for other classes. And I think that's not because my work's more important, but they know that I care enough, and since I care, they don't want to let you down because they respect you. And I think that respect is something that teachers expect, and I don't think that's the case. To me, I'm a facilitator. One of my kids, my freshman, actually I think is smarter than me. And I mean that with as much, that's amazing. I actually have him come to look at my code and go, does this make sense? And he just learned it this year. And that's kind of what you do is, you want them to kind of surpass you. And I think that's a great thing. Main thing for authentic learning, as far as a teacher, is you have to be willing to know that you're not perfect and that you're not the expert, even though you might think that you are in everything. And so if you are not asking your kids what they're learning, if you're not getting their feedback, then are you teaching a class or are you teaching your kids? And there's a big difference between teaching people and then teaching your kids. Some people don't want to be told they're doing something wrong. Well, then you continue to do the wrong thing. Be willing to put yourself out there and say, hey guys, what am I doing well? What am I doing wrong? What could I fix? What could I do better? And what do you guys want to learn? With any content you're teaching, you can find a way to have them give you some information and how you can structure. Now, again, it's more work because you sometimes have to do personalized learning, but that's what we're here for. And if you don't want to do that and you're not willing to put in the time, well, then people get mad. I say quit, because for every teacher that's here that doesn't want to be here, there's 5 that would love to take your space. And so again, it's hard, but if you really want people to be authentic, you want kids to enjoy it and actually learn something, you got to give their input, because I didn't learn a lot in high school. I learned Spanish, that is it. I memorized a lot. And I think a lot of teachers will recognize or think that memorization and learning are the exact same thing. They're not. If I don't know chemistry today, I memorized it. I didn't learn it. And the idea is to go from that memorization to the application, but they have to have a say in what they want to do, even if you're doing math. I guarantee you that you can somehow connect what they're doing in their personal life to math, and that's where AI comes in. Have them say, okay, connect this to this, connect algebra to movies, and then get that connection, and then let that kid work in that atmosphere. But you gotta be willing to listen to the kids.